Hello everyone, and thanks for coming back to the channel. We're going to talk just a little bit about using TurtleMode, flip over after crash, as it's referred to in the modes tab of Betaflight. And I get a lot of questions, people calling for help, comments about products, you know, the things you would expect, and oftentimes I'm trying to help. And I'm making this video because I think there's a little bit more that we need to be aware of when using TurtleMode, and that is the risk. And I'm hopeful that this video you'll find useful and you can share it to those. I think this is something that you kind of learn in the beginning. Many of us came before TurtleMode, so we kind of know when to use it and when not to use it, maybe. But what I'm seeing is that TurtleMode is just kind of used all the time, at least by some people. And then they're burning out their ESCs, and then unfortunately, maybe they have a burn ESC or they have a fire where the whole quad is just dead. And I'd like for us to avoid that because it's sure a lot more fun flying than it is waiting for parts to make a repair. If you're using a flight controller like this little board, this is the Crazy BF4, or in a package here, I've got one of the new 12 amp GNB RCs, and you're flying something like a Chopstick CS3, or you've got a Mobula or something else with one of these boards in it, you need to be careful about using TurtleMode. If the props are obstructed in any way, it can cause a voltage spike, and depending upon the size of the motor you're running and the cell that you're running, that can be enough to create an overage on your ESC amp draw, and then the ESC might blow or worse. So if you've gone down and you're upside down, you need to be relatively certain, like in your home. You know, you have a pretty good idea where everything is in your home, or maybe even an office space, that you haven't landed on a blanket or a corner of a pillow, or nothing's gotten bound up in the props, and the props are probably spin freely. Because when we're using TurtleMode, you don't get that granular increase of prop rotation. I can't remember what the percentage is. Comment down below if you know the percentage. But once you move the pitch and roll stick, however far, it just kind of clicks on, and it clicks on pretty high. And if your prop is obstructed or bound, that can create that voltage spike and creates risk. And now this can also happen when you're right side up and you try to take off and you've got something stuck up through a prop. So in micros, we're especially sensitive to that. It doesn't matter what you're flying, your props need to be free or you're taking a risk. Now, if you accept that risk, that's up to you. And TurtleMode can be great, especially if you've got your arming set to 180 degrees. So if you get stuck in a tree and you can't reach it, or can't throw a ball or get a rake or a rope to it, or you're on top of some strange building, having TurtleMode and 180 degree arming can be pretty much the only way you get it back. And in that case, we've got to do what we've got to do to get our quad back. Or if you've gone down and you can go get to it and you're not certain about whether your props are obstructed or not, I would say it's best to just walk over and pick it up. That way you can continue to fly. The short story long, TurtleMode is awesome. Be careful about how you use it. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or otherwise, please let me know in that section down below. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching. And thanks for watching. That last bit sucked. I got tongue-tied. Meeny, miny, motor, bitty, bitty, bitty,